Hey there everybody, hope you're doing well today. This is me. Wanted to do a quick run through of how to run a party of kingdom mates through the field bosses that are about to pop up. You'll notice it's 56, they're going to be popping up here at 11. So, a couple of things to call out. Most importantly, hold a frog before you start for good luck. Second, we've, as a server, decided that we're going to start in the Serene Forest with our field bosses. Nobody really spends any time on the first boss anymore. It's helpful to make sure you get the mats for the adventure record, but nobody in their right mind is doing the cockatrico anymore. So we always start here with Silverbeard, just as an FYI. Second, pick a channel that doesn't have Korea. Korea has kind of just opted to dominate Channel 6. For the first boss, it goes so quickly, you really only have time to do one of them anymore. If we get more channels, maybe you can squeeze in 2 Silverbeards, but for now, we kind of elected Channel 5 as the frog spot, so pick Channel 4 or 5 so that you and your group that you're running through can have a decently high ranking and get some of those amazing domination medals. Third, most importantly, channel hopping so that everyone stays synchronized. You'll notice in the field boss menu, there's a few options here. If you're running solo, you're just going to fast travel your way through. Let's say we wrap up with Silverbeard, and you're going to hop over to Vulcan. Use this first, for the first run through. If you do this, and then summon your party, it's going to give everyone except you a channel cooldown that will be desynced with you, and then it's essentially every person for themselves. They have to hop on their own, it becomes pretty chaotic, and you lose out on those party bonuses. So use this the first time, and then if you go to do a second Vulcan, or a second Giganti, or a second Stelia, however you say it, you're not going to use this feature anymore. All you're going to do is pop open the channel menu and pick a different one to hop into. I'll talk with you when I get to Vulcan, but I just wanted to kind of point that out up front. Next, don't be stingy, feed your peeps. We got a couple of buffs here. We usually try to do the shrimp and the barbecue. Even though these are all going to be boss monsters, it is kind of nice to have the extra 300 attack. Every little bit helps. That might get you an extra 1 or 2 ranking points in a particular boss, which is more domination medals, right? So, beef up. No reason not to. Goodness, excuse me. A little under the weather. Sorry. I guess 2 other quick things. You were listening to the soundtrack to the video game Hades. If you haven't played it, it's terrific. Please enjoy it. And please ignore my deck as well. It's an absolute mess. I'm currently in the middle of changing and optimizing things, and I just have things all over the place. So I've got the wrong familiars, I've got weird weapon combos, so just ignore that. Alright, what I'm going to do is go put this frog down, because we care about our frog friends. So, my goals as the person who is running through this for a bunch of folks is I care more about them than I do about me. Meaning, I'm going to prioritize our ability to hop on time over me getting an extra 10 seconds of DPS. If I die, and I'm delayed in channel hopping, that might mean we get 1 less boss. Random, that's a really nice cat, thank you for showing it off. My goal is to basically do this on autopilot once the boss gets to a certain level of HP. So you put auto on, and what I'm going to do is keep an eye on the timer, right, for the first boss. He's going to pop up here in about 8 seconds. What's cool about this is I can literally preload the challenge menu with the field bosses. You'll see what I mean. So I'm actually going to hover over Vulcan right now. It's going to pop up with the he's dead thing here in a second, and then I'm going to click this really quickly. Okay? And what that's going to do, as soon as the boss is dead, is send us over to Vulcan. He is tweaking out right now. Okay? Confirm. Boom. Now we're going to be in, I'm assuming, channel 1, 2, or 3, hopefully 2 if this goes well. We're in channel 3, I was a little slow there. So now I'm just going to run up, swap over weapons. And this is one of the reasons I've been prioritizing armor on my destroyer, is so that I can kind of just zone out in the last 10 million health of Vulcan, and make sure that I'm staying alive. So you'll notice I'm not going to open the field boss menu here, I'm going to open the channel menu. You can kind of preload it. Everyone's going to continue to DPS, you're going to continue to DPS, and the channel menu overrides the other menu. So I can just click on channel 5, it's going to bring me there, and it's going to bring everyone else there too without me having to do anything. I press auto again, and I can just open the field boss menu again. You'll notice all those blue bars with my party mates already being there. Now I'm getting ready for the Giganti hop. Confirm. Boom, that was a little better. And you can see how easy it is. The first one is field boss menu, and the second one is not. So it's really only Vulcan where I get to zone out. Giganti and the others, I really do have to pay attention to my character. So you'll notice what I'm going to do once this guy gets a little farther down. Whoop, that's dangerous. What I'm going to do is basically run away from the boss. And what that's going to let me do when he gets to like 5 or 6 million health, depending on how quickly we're killing him up here, is I can just kind of keep a safe distance, get ready to channel hop, and we're as right as rain. So he's going to start to enrage here in a minute. Hopefully we can get to 11. Perfect. And I'm going to dodge out of the way. I'm going to stand over here, and I'm going to get ready to channel hop. I just want to keep an eye out for any of the red streaks that he's planning on throwing. Looks like we'll be good. I'm going to go to channel 4 because I'm feeling greedy. Alright, we got a cooldown here because we just did Vol. So I'm going to let him know I'm going to wait for the cooldown. We got about 40 seconds. Also, huge thanks to KS, Jube, Nini, and Hack. I don't think they knew they were going to be in the video, so I'm just going to chill. I might try to greed for an extra one here. I probably won't. I think I want to get more darkness and light mats, so I think I'm going to do probably channel 5, and then we're going to swap over to Stelia. So you kind of have to play some of that by ear. Sometimes you can greed out 3 Gigantis. Kind of depends. I don't think I'm going to, though. Whoops, dodge out of the way. Again, I'm not trying to maximize DPS, I'm trying to maximize safety. Which is good for 2 reasons. One, everyone in the party is counting on me to stay alive and port at a reasonable time. But second, especially as a destroyer, I'm not very safe. I kind of get right up in his business. So for me, the best DPS optimization that I can have is not a particular weapon or a particular familiar or a particular setup. It's actually just staying alive. I'm going to run back in there, so I'm going to turn off auto. Stand back here. I'm a little slow actually on that. Shouldn't have talked. Ah! Screw that up. Alright. Forget that. We're going to go hang out with Stelia. Stelia? I should probably decide how I want to pronounce that. I think I'm going to go with Stelia. Then we can run in. I should probably swap over to Light because I'm paying attention. This boss is not very fun for destroyers. So you might see me die 5 or 6 times, and then at a certain point I'm just going to stay the hell away from this thing. Because it's... I don't know about this attack. Jeez. Brutal. I don't have a great name for it. I call it the Blunder. When these things start to blunder, man, if you don't have level 6 through 10 in speed boost, it gets really, really challenging. So I've run out of there in time, so dodge out of the way. Great. They have really generous hitboxes for when they're charging, so I always tend to just roll out of the way anyway. Safety pots. Sorry, this is going to take a little while to do, and we're actually getting to a little bit of a disinteresting part of the run. Hope everybody's doing well. There we go. I guess my goal would be... This video is... Whoops. God, I gotta stop talking and zoning out. This video is successful if more people feel comfortable running the field bosses. I know a lot of folks feel intimidated because if you're running a group and you screw it up for 5 people, but if you're running solo and you screw it up, it's just you that's affected, and I get that. But the more people in the kingdom who feel comfortable doing it, the better off we'll be as a group. I got locked into my jump animation. That was really unlucky. Welcome to the life of Destroyer in Stelia. Believe it or not, the last one is a bit easier. The timelines to dodge out of the way of stuff are definitely a little more generous. So, how are we doing on health? Oops. Let's click 4. I'm actually going to stay away here, I think. I should be able to kill this pretty quickly. Yeah. Channel 3. Nice. You'll notice that when it gets to a level of health, I think in 5 or 10 seconds it's going to die, I just walk away. And then everyone else joins. All my party mates are here.